They think that when you explain a phenomenon, you are justifying it. So can you guess at all what is the number one greatest predictor of there being a child abuse in a home? So for example, you might say, oh, it's poverty. You might say
I would say it's probably parents that were abused as children.
no, bigger than that.
Bigger than that.
Much bigger. As a matter of fact, that one factor is 100-fold greater than it. So in other words, typically when you say what's called an odds likelihood ratio, 1.2, so you have a 20% greater chance of getting cancer if you smoke. Okay?
Right.
So just having 1.2 greater odds is considered a big number. Here I'm telling you 100-fold greater. So it's something that's almost never seen in science.
What is it?
Having a step parent in the home.
Whoa.
Okay. Now think again here of another animal. And again, the people who don't like this,
100 times greater?
listen to this. So, and actually it's now been called the Cinderella effect, because in Cinderella, right, she shows the evil stepmother loves her two biological daughters, but hates the stepdaughter Cinderella. So that's
right.
Okay. Now, think about with lions, right? In a lion pride, you have one or two dominant males who control and protect the pride and who control sexual access to the females. There's constant testing of these males by bands of young males who are looking to take over. And for a while, the resident males win out, and then eventually they lose. When they lose and they're either killed or banished from the pride, what's the first thing that the new incoming bosses do?
They kill the babies.
Boom. They kill the babies. What happens to the females, the lionesses? When they kill them, they go into estrus, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, instead of playing Barry White music and the violin to get them in the mood, kill their children and they get in the mood, right? Nature is brutal, right? Well, in the context of humans, when you have a step parent who is not biologically linked to the child, it simply increases the likelihood of there being abuse, right? Now, usually when you explain this, what is the first thing that people say? Oh, well, I grew up with a stepfather and he didn't do this to me. You're an asshole. Or, but what are you saying? That means it's okay to do it because you're explaining it? So look how they conflate explaining a phenomenon with justifying the phenomenon.
Right.
So I think rape, child abuse, and probably marital infidelity are the three evolutionary phenomena that when you explain using an evolutionary lens, people go completely wacko.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So if you explain why men and women might cheat on one another in monogamous unions, or you're offering a scientific justification for cheating, of course you're not. Usually my rebuttal is, the guy who studies cancer, an oncologist, does that mean he is for pancreatic cancer? He's justifying? No, he's just trying to explain why pancreatic cancer happens.